Calendix. Uh, Day 5, just finished the 5th trek of walking the Camino de Santiago on my way to Santiago de Compostela. Today has actually been quite interesting. I've only walked about 13 and a half kilometers, probably about more or less uh, like like 9.75 miles. But this was kind of challenging because the whole trek I was going downhill. Many people kind of have these uh, perceptions of, well, going downhill is definitely better than going uphill. Uh, and we can definitely talk about that in a little bit. But um, if you watch the first video, I've talked about how the first 4 kilometers I was going all the way uphill, and it started getting annoying after a while. But I started kind of adjusting to how I can, preserve my stamina and do a better job going uphill while making, good time, especially to arrive to my first destination, which was Saya. But today, going downhill significantly, it was it took a lot out of me. Believe it or not. It's one thing. I mean, typical person. If you don't live in a flat city, if you live in a city that has kind of hills, oftentimes you may be going to the store, or going to work, or whatever you're going. You just walk down the hill and you don't think nothing of it. But when you're doing miles and miles and miles and miles of that, it could take a lot out of you. And I was used to going uphill for pretty much most of the trek so far. That when I saw when I had to go up another hill again, it wasn't a big deal because for me I said, well, hey, I've done it before, I'll do it again. But and while I have went down many hills, it wasn't as much as when I had to go uphill. Typically, I was going uphill a bit more, and from there I had a lot of flat terrain that I was covering, and then there was sometimes I went downhill, but typically it wasn't significant drops like it was today. Like literally, it was just downhill, downhill. Like it was to the point in where like you had to really catch your footing because that's how steep it would go down. So did it with my French friends. Definitely was made things a whole lot easier. As we talked about in yesterday's video, kind of having a team, a core group, or even a mentor makes things much easier. But if I could tie all this into a lesson, it's this. As I talked about me going downhill, okay, a lot of times in your life, wherever it is, but as you know me, as far as reaching the finish line, I want you to reach the finish line in your career, in your financial life. And that usually revolves somewhat around your career. But a lot of people, or all people, they essentially go downhill. Okay, they have their downhills, and it's just a part of life. We all have it. The problem with that is a lot of people never go back up. So typically they go down and they stay there, and it's unfortunate because a lot of people don't know what lies at the top for them. What are the possibilities? What's waiting for them at the finish line? And sometimes um, people may be so close to getting that, but it's like it could literally be here and here, but they're stuck here. And some people get so close and they just give up. And as far as you walking down the hills, it's just kind of an example to show you that we're all going to go downhill. Sometimes it's going to get rough. You're going to have challenges. The problems will be so severe that we don't think, hey, we'll be able to get out of it. And as a person that has gone through a lot of hell in my past, and even up to a few years ago, um, it's a part of life, and it's something that you have to be prepared to face if you want to rise up out of it. Sometimes you have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Some people, they hit rock bottom and they stay there, you know, unfortunately. But sometimes people, it may require for them to hit the absolute bottom for them to use that as a springboard to go back up. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes people, they may have failure after failure or problem or challenge over and over and over again. It's the same deal like today's trek. There's a lot of downhills, downhill, downhill, downhill. And sometimes people may think, man, like, am I just getting stuck with all the bad luck? Again, it happens to all of us, and it happens differently to all of us. By you investing in yourself personally, you can definitely control the course of your destiny. Otherwise, you won't have no control. You'll basically be like a car without a steering wheel. It'll just go. So, uh, hope that helped. This is Calendix. Get ready for day 6, in which I am hoping uh, tomorrow can be 20 kilometers or 21, 22 kilometers, and that will probably be my last trek, and where I will be reaching the finish line to Santiago de Compostela. Beginning a little earlier than I planned, thanks to my French friends. I'll be meeting up with them again, and that's a whole nother lesson for tomorrow.